Hello and welcome back to the School for Writers podcast. I'm really excited today because we have on a friend and colleague of mine named Jincey Lumpkin. Now, Jincey and I met 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago. We were both in the porn industry. We are about to have an amazing conversation, not just about her new book, Mermaid in Venice, but you're also going to hear about how do you plot out a book? How do you plot a book so well that you can write it in 6 months? How do you self-publish with the luxury of a traditional publishing? How do you make sure that your grammar is right? How do you bust out a series of books? How do you actually make money in this world of writing?
So I'm Jincey Lumpkin, as you well know. We've known each other for a long time now. I'm a writer and a creative director in the luxury beauty space. So I'm about to release my first novel. It is about a very rich, very glamorous mermaid who kills men all over Europe. I started out as an attorney and then opened my own porn production company. So I did that for a number of years and then transitioned into the beauty industry after that. And so now I'm, opening up this whole new life for myself as a writer. So I'm self-publishing this work. And this is the first in a series of 6 books about the same character, Gia Aquaviva.
Why writing?
Writing is truly, truly, truly my passion. I wrote even when I was little. My mom saved all the scraps of paper for me growing up. Once I wrote this story about my dad's barber dying and he gave it to the barber. Barber didn't like that at all.
Oh, I was like, wait, that's so sweet. But then the barber wasn't dead?
No, he was definitely alive. I killed him off. I was starting even then. I work with a really specific plot structure when I write. So I use the W plot structure. And then I transfer that onto the wall. And I always start with 40 chapters. So I was like, okay, W plot structure wise, like what would be the high and low points? And I kind of had it plotted out a little bit that night, really like the bones of it. So I woke up the next day and I was really excited about it. When you get into it and you're sailing along, it's like the most exhilarating feeling in the world. I love it so much. Like it's just when I'm writing and I'm in the world of it, whether I'm plotting or or actually writing the words or editing or whatever part of the process it is that I'm doing. The marketing is harder, although I do enjoy that. It's just a different part of the brain.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah, I get so lost in it and I love it so much. So I always encourage writers too. I do a lot of like writing rooms on Clubhouse. And I'm always like, think about multiple streams of income. Like that's the key. And I had no idea when I was doing it. No idea that it was going to continue to pay out, royalties and dividends years down the road, but it does, and it makes a big difference.
I hear so many people talk about wanting to just write a book and get the big book deal, and then they'll be set and they'll have all these like book sales. And
False.
I know New York Times best-selling authors who can't pay their bills off book sales. You have to build something else around it. These big authors that you see, they're making money from their speaking, or they're making money from, the movie deal that comes with a book deal. Like you have to think of it as more than just one book. If you want to pay your bills in it. That could be a series. The people I do know that pay their bills off book sales, they bust out books. The best way to sell your first book is to write the second. So series help, but you have to think of it in the way that an accountant, or I also think, like if I was running a pizza shop, I wouldn't have expect one pizza to pay all of my bills. Unless that pizza was the best pizza in the whole wide world, like one type of pizza is not going to pay my bills.
So you just gotta just do it. I know that's like the worst, most annoying advice ever, but it is just like get in front of the computer, look at the wall, put the words down, get it done. Picture it in your mind, whatever your process is, just like write the words.
Well, thank you again so much for coming on. Everybody go get yourself Mermaid in Venice. It's a really great read right now when I'm struggling not traveling. I felt like I got to travel to both Greece and Italy. So if you want to go to Venice, go pick up this book because you will be transported to the canals of Venice.